Good afternoon, this is another information video brought to you by Aquaspumante. This one is about the early HeimSyphon aluminium bodied siphons. Now we've got a pair of HeimSyphon siphons from 60s to 70s, not quite clear what the age range for these are, but they're two notionally identical siphons. And I've had a query about what's the best way to fill these up and gas them up. Let's put a carbon dioxide in. So here we are. We've got this one has already been filled. This one will need filling, so we'll just do that now. So, as you probably already know, they have a neck sleeve in them, and in the HeimSyphons, this can be removed. Right. So just loosen that up. It's unlike the sparklets ones, this one actually screws in to the neck. So you take that out, and originally there was a white rubber seal in there, like that, but it aged, hardened and broken. So it's been replaced by a replacement black washer seal, like that, which sits just nicely in the neck. You can see it there. So the sleeve goes in, gently screw it down, and tight, or finger tight, and it should be, you can see it there, flush with the top of the neck. Just slightly proud is fine. So you screw that in. My funnel and fill that up. Unlike the sparklets Sodasyphons, the HeimSyphons take exactly 1 litre. Rather than 2 pints. There we are, just overflow. Just knock the excess out there like that. Now, the original DITTE tubes on these, original DITTE tubes of these were actually made out of glass tube with a large rubber washer. And in this one, the glass tube is broken, but the actual neck sleeve, the neck seal is in reasonable condition. But we've had to replace that. So what we've done is we've made up a new DITTE tube neck sleeve, like this. And that's the right thickness. It needs to be quite thick. Standard ones don't actually normally fit, so it needs to be quite thick, and that goes in here. So I'll put that in both of these. Now, these are both notionally identical. It's just one has a red head and the other one has a green head. And what we've done with these is we've replaced both the rubber seal inside here and the piercing pin with new items, and we've also replaced the seals inside the head with new seals where needed. Right, so we'll just put those back on. Screw those down. Now, taking the spout as a point. Now you really want to tighten this up quite strongly. Okay, like that. And the same for the other one. Make sure you don't cross the threads. It should be quite easy to get down. Again, take the spine and tighten it up quite tightly. Like that. Okay. So we've done the same thing in this one. Place the piercing pin and the seal with ones. Modern remanufactured items. So key for the HeimSyphons came in a number of forms. The early ones were made out of die-cast metal. Well, I don't have any of those, but I do have a slightly more modern one. This is a HeimSyphon one from perhaps slightly later. They all use the same thread form, so they're quite usable. They're pretty rare though. So get a capsule, slide it in. Now I generally use this brand because I don't have any problems with those. They've always worked well in the classic and vintage siphons. So move that to one side, move this to the front. Just screw it gently down until you feel some slight resistance. That's what's happening, is that the nose of the seal, the nose of the capsule rather, is now resting against the seal, and you should be able to just about feel that. And then when it's now slowly and surely screw down key. And can you hear that? That's gas being injected inside. Can you hear the gas still going in there? You want it to go in quite slowly so that it has a chance to dissolve into the water. And if there's a gas leak, just tighten the key up until it stops. Now it may take 20 seconds before it's all quiet. Give it a good shake. Wait until, if you get any frost here or on the bulb, wait until that dissipates. So that is now a small amount of frost or condensation on the metal fixtures. Wait until that dissipates and then you can undo the key. And you should just get a little snort of gas as you bring the key away from the fixture. And that's the gas trapped between the nose, the carbon dioxide capsule, and the inside of the seal. And you can just about see there that the puncture pin has just pushed in a little sort of disc of metal into the top of the capsule. That's how it should be. Now you can see there's still a bit of frost on there, but it's not leaking. So we'll put that one to the back and come back to that in 2 minutes. So here's the other one. Another capsule. Check it's nice and clean. Don't want one with any corrosion on here because that will prevent it from sealing properly. Put it in the capsule key, guide it onto the thread, start running it down the thread. Until you feel some slight resistance, like that. Yes. Right, so the gas is now finished going into there. There's a little bit of frost on there, certainly cold, condensation. Yeah, that's definitely finished, can't hear any more noise. So gas there. The end of the capsule has been punctured, just a little sort of disc of metal pushed away into the inside of the capsule. Doesn't normally break away, just partially cut through, and that's enough. Doesn't need to be a very big hole because the gas pressure inside these is very high. Right, so that one's okay. Not leaking anywhere. All seems to be tight. Push that to the back for a moment, and then we'll go and get a glass. Okay, we've got a glass now. So let's just throw these dispensing some water. So what we'll do, press gently on there. Because this is warm water, it's going to be rather fizzy. It should really be refrigerated. Yeah. Dispose of that water. Now, what you should see is there may be a few leaks, trickles of water rather, not a leak, because there's some water caught in the thing, in the spout. So, we'll do the same with this other one. Still cold, no leaks. Again, because the water in there is not very cool, you're not really getting a very good dissolution of the carbon dioxide in the water, and most of the fizz is disappearing. If that had been refrigerated after you'd put the carbon dioxide in, then you'd have a much better fizz from that. But even so, you can see it's not too bad. That's the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching. It's been brought to you by Acqua Spumante.